Counselor to the president, Alina Habba, believes that the veterans don't deserve to have a job.
Salvage their lives?
Well, as you know, we care about veterans tremendously. I mean, that's something the president has always cared about. Anybody in blue, anybody that serves this country. But at the same time, we have taxpayer dollars. We have a fiscal responsibility to use taxpayer dollars to pay people that actually work. That doesn't mean that we forget our veterans by any means. We are going to care for them in the right way, but perhaps they're not fit to have a job at this moment or not willing to come to work. And we can't, I wouldn't take money from you and pay somebody and say, sorry, they're not going to come to work. It's just not acceptable.
What is she talking about? Oh, yeah, no, they're not coming to work. we're just paying people to not work. What? Are you calling veterans lazy? Yeah, no, they don't want to work. They don't want to show up to work. What's wrong with them? Well, but we love our veterans, by the way. Alina Habba just called 30%, or roughly 30% of the federal workforce, lazy moochers who might not be fit to have a quote-unquote real job. Come on. I mean, look, as of February 25th, Democrats in the House Appropriations Committee said at least 6,000 veterans have been fired across the federal government. Okay? So you can tell me that all 6,000 of those veterans are lazy moochers who just didn't want to show up to work. So we had to get rid of them. What a waste. But we love the veterans. We love them so much. That doesn't make any sense. All right. Look, here's the thing. They lost their job. How are they supposed to, live and pay their bills? Right. I mean, that's a question that nobody can seem to answer. Okay. And by the way, it's also an ableist statement. You know that many veterans have PTSD or they have other disabilities that do make it more difficult to be employed in the private sector. I mean, because there are a lot of employers in the private sector that maybe don't want to deal with, accessibility, all right, for veterans. So, or accommodations, and so, those accommodations are too expensive. So, I really don't want to. I don't really want to do that, right? So, what are these veterans going to do? You know that there is a homelessness problem among veterans as well. By firing them from their from the workforce, from their jobs, you're going to make it so that some of them end up on the street. That's what they're doing, okay? And look, here's the thing. This doesn't have anything to do with how hard they work, okay? None of the firings, we're talking about the probationary employees, right? They're on the probation because of how long they've worked in that particular agency, right? And some of them will go from agency to agency, and of course, every time you go to a new job, you get that probationary period of 1 to 2 years. And so these people, they got fired. And then the administration lied about the reason that they were being fired. Oh, it's performance. Performance. They're all lazy. They're terrible workers. You know how that is. We had to get rid of them because of that. But we love the veterans, by the way. No, you just disparaged a whole crap load of them, okay, with something that is completely and utterly untrue. And let me get to the other part, right? Oh, they don't show up, right? They don't actually come to work. Are you talking about remote work? Because I hate the idea that remote work isn't actually work because you're not showing up in person. If the work still gets done, if the job still gets done, then what does it matter where you are doing it at, where you are physically located? Look, what they want, and the reason that the administration is just absolutely obsessed with making people come into work, right, is because they have the CEO mentality, okay, of I need to micromanage my workers because I hate my workers. I hate my workers. I think they're all lazy. I think they're all terrible. So you have to watch them like a hawk to make sure they're actually doing their work. No, you guys are just middle managers, or you're acting like middle managers that are trying to justify your own existence. all right, by again watching and micromanaging everything that these workers do. People do just fine with working from home, with remote work. Okay, they do just fine. There are usually no problems with that, right? And are just as productive, if not more productive, than people who had to go into the office. Okay, so again, it just really bothers me of the whole remote work isn't real work. No, no, doing what you're doing right now, Alina Habba, that's not real work. Okay, just ridiculous. Okay, but look, getting back to the veterans, the whole point is to basically call what they're doing waste, right? Oh, it's wasteful to employ them. No, they're civil servants. They're doing a job that is necessary in the government. And look, there's a lot of criticism of these cuts, which there should be. Will Adig, executive director of the Union Veterans Council, said, "It's disappointing to me that all the work that we did to improve veterans' lives is being thrown down the drain. As a veteran advocate who fought for and worked to make sure I can go to a veteran in need and say, here is a job for you, so you can live the American dream you fought for, and then come to find out that everything that I told them was a lie, I feel like I betrayed myself." No, you didn't, though. You were betrayed by the Trump administration, by Republicans, all for the benefit of a South African billionaire who believes, by the way, that the poor and the disabled should die. I'm not kidding. It's social Darwinism. Oh, yeah, no, those people should die because they're a drain on our resources. You know, resources that should rightly go to me because I'm already super rich. No, no. There's another disabled veteran, Lindsay Butts, who served in the Air Force and was an executive assistant at the U.S. Forest Service in Cedar City, Utah. She said that she was one of those probationary employees. And in fact, she lost her job right before the end of her probationary period, March 9th. So just another couple of weeks and she would have been fairly safe. Okay. Here's what she said. Those of us that are veterans wrote a blank check for our lives and said, use me how you can support this country. It feels like a slap in the face to not even have the opportunity to defend my job. It feels like a slap in the face that my brothers and sisters in arms have been treated the same way. I sacrificed a part of my life, and I have lasting baggage from that experience. And you're just going to get rid of me? Throw me away like a piece of garbage? It hurts. I just want my job back. I want my job back because my job is needed. I know my job is important. These are the people that Elon Musk and the Republicans are calling a waste. Okay? These are the people that Marjorie Taylor Greene was out saying, get a real job. You don't have a real job. And you go get a real job. What's a real job to them? What's a real job to them? Because apparently public service is not a real job. So, hey, Marjorie Greene, why don't you go get a real job and leave politics forever? That would be great. No, to them, a real job is apparently making profits for a billionaire. Okay, anything else to them is an absolute waste. Look, the reality here is a lot of the people that are being let go might not be able to get back on their feet. Because, for one, there might not be enough good private sector jobs out there. And secondly, some of them have disabilities. And so, it's going to be much more difficult for them to be able to get a good paying job. That's the reality. And it's really messed up, and even more messed up knowing that this is exactly what they think about our veterans and what they've thought about them all along. Just a prop for them. Just a prop and to be used to get elected and then thrown away. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.